Hi everyone, it's been a while, but I am back. It's Ruby Red 484. Welcome to my channel. Basically, I have been away from YouTube for a really long time. I'm really sorry, guys. What happened is I'm at university at the moment, as a lot of my followers know already, and I've just had like the most work in my life. I'm in my third and final year, so if any of you have been to uni, you know exactly what I mean. There's just so much work. So I'm currently in the process of kind of finishing whatever my dissertation, and I am really busy on that, and that's why I haven't been around much. So I'm sorry, forgive me, but I'm here to stay and I've got a new video, and basically just wanted to tell you a few background things about what I'm going to be doing over the next few months, specifically with regard to YouTube, which is really exciting. So first off, I thought I'd give this video a bit of structure. So I'm going to talk about something that I think a lot of people will be interested in, both girls and guys, especially if you dye your hair, because the whole video is about the worst hair dye mistakes for women and men. Now, I have dyed my hair a lot over the years, as I'm sure quite a few of you have. If you get bored with your hair a lot like I do, I just think, whatever, I'm going to dye it. And I think being the fact that it's spring / going into summer, it's a good time to talk about hair dye, because a lot of people kind of go from brunette to blonde or tend to go into lighter tones at this time of year. So these are things to mainly avoid. But if you keep seeing me looking to my side, it's because I've got loads of notes basically. So you've got to know yourself before you start. Basically, hair colour kits are definitely on the rise. What with all the adverts we're seeing with celebs endorsing it, everyone's going out and buying certain colours depending on what the celebs are wearing. So you need to know your skin tone. So is it a warm or cool skin tone? Warm skin people are those people with golden coloured skin, really kind of bronzed out, olive or dark skin, and often they have brown eyes. So that is definitely not me, because look at the colour of my skin. It's completely pasty and pale. Never mind, and it's really paste. So I'm the cool kind of skin tone, and they tend to have like blue or green eyes. So yeah, if you know your skin tone, that's a good place to start. Then you need to go on to what colour to pick. Obviously in this time of year, a lot of people are going to be going for lighter tones, just because, you know, it matches the golden kind of shimmer and looks nice on the beach, especially if you've got nice bronze skin with a nice honey glow to your hair. It will look amazing. Not that I'm jealous, yeah, so the next thing is what colour to pick. If you're going to go a daring colour this summer, you need to remember that it's probably better that it's coloured by professionals. I mean, if you're really daring, you could just go for it. I know a lot of girls and boys who just think, I'm going to dye my hair red, you know, blue, whatever. And I've just seen a girl who's dyed her hair like all these different multicolours, and it kind of looks crazy, but looks good on her as well. So you just need to be aware that if you're going to dye a crazy colour, maybe you should go to a professional just to start off. And then they'll gradually build it up. But if you're bored of that and don't want to bother, then just go for it, I guess. But don't blame me if it goes wrong, okay? So being blonde isn't for everyone. The fact is, if you have blonde hair as a young child, chances are you can be blonde again, because it might suit your complexion, but it's not true for everyone. And I do know that my extremely pale complexion would not suit blonde. Well, it might. I don't really know. But considering how dark it is at the moment, and by the way, it is dyed at the second, it's probably about a month in though, so it's got a bit lighter. I just think I'd look a bit washed out, but not everyone does. Some people are beautiful with blonde hair. Just personally for me, blonde is not the one. So yeah. And don't go colour crazy, okay? This is a really important fact. If you keep dyeing your hair over and over again, the colour obviously sticks to the hair, if you like it's absorbed a lot more. So basically I had a situation a few years ago, like 3 years ago I think, where I ended up with really red hair on top and brown hair at the bottom. Now I'll tell you how that happened, because some of you have probably gone through this. If you keep dyeing your hair over and over, which is what you're not supposed to do, then the ends will absorb more than the top, because obviously the top is growing through over and over again. So the hair's not used to the dye, whereas the bottom ends, if you leave them without cutting your hair for a month or two, they get a lot darker. Now I tried to strip my colour because I didn't like it, because I thought it was too dark. So I thought, oh, I'm going to go to Boots and strip it. really, really bad mistake, because basically it stripped the colour from my top where the dye hadn't absorbed a lot, but not the bottom. So basically I ended up with this really reddy colour, because I was like a reddy brown, and I ended up with red at the top and like black pretty much at the ends. It was so bad. And I remember going out and then looking back at the photos and then being like, what the hell was I thinking? It was awful. Whatever. So yeah, that can happen. So you just need to be aware, especially with colour stripping. Go to a hairdresser's. I definitely recommend if you really hate your colour. Especially if you go dark, because, I don't know, it can probably go wrong with peroxide as well, but like peroxide blonde, but anyway, that was just a bad time. So if your hair colour does go wrong, like mine did, do not panic too much. If you haven't got anything on that day, that's good, because you can go and get it sorted out in just a few minutes. So I would say it's really hazardous to dye your hair at the end of the day, especially if it goes wrong. I would recommend just touching up your roots with a little root colourant. You can get them for a couple of pounds depending on the make of dye you get. But obviously, as I'm a student, dyeing my hair is cheap, convenient and fast. So that's the reason why I'm dyeing it at the moment. When I finally get a job and a bit of money, hopefully I'll be able to afford, you know, the professionals to look after it and whatever. It can be really emotional if you dye your hair wrong, so please, please be careful and do all the allergy tests and all of that before you dye your hair, because you don't want to risk coming out in rashes or even worse if you don't do the allergy test. It only takes a few minutes and it's seriously, seriously worth it if you read some of the stuff that goes on in the news when people don't do the allergy test. So yeah, that is my little speech on colouring your hair. If you've got any other tips or tricks, please put them below. This was just a really quick overview. Now I'm just going to say for like a minute or two what I hope to be doing in the next few months even. So basically, first off, I really need a camera. I realise I'm speaking fast, I just want to get through a lot. I really, really need a camera other than this one, because I feel like looking at other videos, people get a lot more interest in their videos when the camera quality is good, and this just isn't good enough for beauty and stuff. I mean, I've been doing these videos for what, 2.5 years, and the level of interest I'm getting isn't amazing just because I think my camera quality is bad. I mean, my videos might not be that good either, and I'm being inconsistent. That was the second thing. I need to sort out my inconsistency. I know I've just had a really hectic past few months, so please understand. Thank you for all those of you who are sending me messages, especially about the dark hair pale skin video. That's doing really well. So obviously there's a gap in YouTube for videos like that, so if you would like any more, I would really like to take requests, and that is the final thing. So first off, please suggest a good camera to me, anyone, and kind of how expensive it is. I don't really mind as long as it's a good quality, but I will need to save up for it, so please give me a shout. So secondly, I'm going to improve the consistency of my videos. You will notice a big improvement, especially in the next 2 or 3 months when I get a camera. And thirdly, what I just said, which I've forgotten, but yeah, basically I'm just going to sort out my whole YouTube life. And if you would like to, that was it. If you want to see any more videos on specific subjects, then please let me know. But this channel is going to have a big makeover in the next few months, so I'm really excited. Anyway, I will let you all go, get on with your things, and I'll speak to you all soon. Can't get my words out. Speak to you later, guys. Bye.